Alrighty, welcome back to the Silver Lantern Archives. Today we continue on with Divine Larceny as our party of the oddest crew I've ever seen. Try to continue making their way through this dungeon, but I'm gonna let them tell you how they got here and what's been happening with them. So, what y'all got for me?
Hmm. Damn, it's been a while. What the fuck happened last time?
Primarily, y'all threw down with the skeletons.
All right, we mostly did combat. So yeah, after Hesler and Cassandra knelt down in that weird circle area, all the skeletons in the various tombs, sarcophagi, yeah, sarcophagi, all around us burst open, and out came up a whole bunch of skeletons. A couple of them were some badass skeletons with big ass weapons, right? I think like the big ass greatsword.
They were long swords, but
Oh, the longsword. Yeah, they were long swords. We fought. We battled. We won. It was a hard fought victory, but we got it anyway. And during our short rest, they discovered that the long swords, the special ones, were actually more special than we thought, because the door that to the right had some weird keyholes. And it turns out the handles of those long swords were the keys. We found two of them, but now we gotta go find the third. Oh, and when Tulio tried to fuck with the locks, he got blasted and now he's unconscious.
yeah.
And we have no idea if the door is trying to keep something in or out or anything.
Could go either way.
So we rejoin our party shortly after the blast that brought our dear Jelly to their knees.
Not really to my knees, more like I'm in a puddle right now.
Fair.
Or like a pile of goo. Not sure of the science behind it, but I'm definitely not you in shape anymore.
An amorphous blob.
Yes. Almost amoeba-like.
Remember the mitochondria.
But we rejoin our party, ready to deal with what is to come. What will you choose to do?
We were planning to long rest. Did we manage that?
It has been a good while. Who is taking first watch?
I'm down.
Would anybody be joining you?
Hesser can.
So the two of you settle in. The rest. Actually, no. I believe the rest of y'all already woke up because I remember y'all messing with Tulio. So yes, you have finished it.
Yay.
Oh yeah, you dumped me in a goddamn trough.
Yeah.
So the party has finished their long rest and has been moving around. What would you like to do now?
So, what room is the one that or isn't there one we missed on the way here?
Yeah, in the soaking wet room.
Oh, gross. Okay. I guess we have to go back.
Ah, I'm more opportunities for some ancient artifacts, at least.
Well, I just hope they're not cursed.
Cursed ones sell very well, though.
Well, don't they get attached to you? Like, how do you handle that?
Love, mostly. Or a very long stick.
Mm. Mm.
Tongs, you hear from Cassandra. Tongs will generally work relatively well.
Tulio will like shakily lift up a hand, holding his all-purpose tool, turned into a set of blacksmith tongs. I have a set here if you need.
It's not infallible, but it's better than trying to touch something unprotected. You see her eyes glance over to Miss E.
Yeah. Just like a little.
Innuendo.
So, are you ready to get back onto it, or do you all need some more time before we start moving? We shouldn't move until we're ready. Who knows what else this crazy place has to offer us?
Let's just say riches and treasures and be done with that. More pondering gets you into more trouble.
Yes, but all too often down here, those riches and treasures come at a cost.
What kind of cost? Like death?
Possibly.
If you're not properly prepared for it, yes.
Death, mutilation, injury, mental trauma, the list goes on and on.
I'm definitely not quite prepared for this. Maybe in some ways, but I don't want to be mutilated. I don't want to die.
I'll just be thankful it's not soul damage.
Oh, been there, done that.
Yes, well. When the lot of you are ready, it looks like Eric and Tali are watching the entrances.
Yu's gonna just like slop his way out of the trough, taking back his form.
Welcome back to the living, Tulia.
Yes. Whatever you do, do not put any appendage in those holes.
We gathered as much. Likely some kind of defense left by the original creators. We'll need to be careful that there's no more traps like that laying about.
Yes. If only my old gnomish teacher had saw that, he would have given me a good caning.
A caning? It's a rather shite way of teaching. A little old-fashioned.
They were old-fashioned people. Although, quite frankly, it wasn't really that effective. I mean, I can't exactly feel pain.
You see Cassandra flicks your shoulder, watching your arm jiggle and wiggle. Yes, well. Better teaching methods for a newer age. Esler, are you doing alright?
Yeah. I should be good for a day or two more.
Radicus, Missy?
I do kind of want to get out of here, but I guess there's only one. We just got to keep on pushing forward.
Yes, unfortunately. But if this door has anything to say about it, I believe we're almost done. One last key.
One step closer to getting out of here and done with this place.
What will you do
locking
once
it
we're
down
done?
and
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
no, it's fine.
What will you do when we quit this place?
I don't know yet. I think we definitely need to have a drink, have a talk.
Yes, I suppose that's true. You see
We're on
her
the same
eyes
page.
drift down to the ground, almost lost in thought for a moment. Noir tries to play a little more of a jaunty tune to try to get y'all's spirits up. One that's got a little more beat to it.
Oh, before I forget, and this is something I should have remembered to do before we even came into this ruin. I'm going to take the artificer tool out again, my all-purpose tool, and focus on it for a bit until eventually, and you'll see a glow, and it turns a little bit red. I have now set my artificer cantrip to firebolt.
Nice.
Because I'm sick of having shitty attacks.
I thought you would take shocking grasp to have melee option.
That would require me to get up close. I'm
Then
not.
take Toll the Dead. They can do long range and close range.
Oh.
Artificers have Toll the Dead?
The item he's
Yeah.
using allows them to take any cantrip from any class
Oh, okay.
for 8 hours.
But Toll of the Dead is. I don't think it's a cantrip. I'm looking for the
Toll
It
cantrip.
is.
List.
the dead, not Toll of the Dead.
Toll.
Yeah, I'm
Toll.
looking. I'm looking at Toll. I'm looking at in the T's. I'm not seeing Toll. Thaumaturgy, True Strike. Maybe. Do you have your character Mancer fully open?
No, because y'all haven't leveled up in a while.
That's why.
Give me a second. I'll put it up. You'll continue to do RB stuff while I work.
So, Radicus, you want to make a bet?
Depends on what we're betting.
Thus far, we've seen, like skeleton boys, zombie boys, goblins, maybe a ghost or two. So, mystery door, the next mystery door. You want to bet some drugs on what's going to be behind it?
I would say that that's probably pretty good for business if I can get it for free off of you. Or we just betting my own stuff and you're just trying to get it for free?
The latter.
All right, you tell me what you think's behind the door. I'll put a couple of handfuls in your pocket if you get it right.
Okay, I'm gonna go for like zombie undead.
I'm gonna say it's anything except for zombie undead.
Hey, that's unfair. That's everything. Choose one.
The house is
Doesn't
always
matter,
right.
I already won.
As you see Cassandra walk by you.
Oh wait. Did you already do it, Cece?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I was about to say I was looking at other stuff, and Chill Touch would be really useful down here because it's all undead.
I mean, it's up to you.
Yeah, and Chill Trust. Or what does Toll the Dead do? I don't remember. Oh,
Necrotic damage, D8 or D12. If they've taken damage, does a D12. It's a wisdom save.
oh. What do you guys think? Toll the Dead or Chill Touch? Because Chill Touch would give disadvantage on undead targets. Like it gives them a disadvantage on attack rolls against me.
But remember, a lot of undead have resistance to cold.
It's not cold. It's necrotic.
Chill
Same.
touch is, yeah.
Right. But
You're
still,
going to get more damage out of Toll the Dead. You'll get an extra ability against undead out of Chill touch.
yeah. Depends how you want to play it. If you want to play support, definitely chill touch. If you want to play damage, Toll the Dead.
I believe Chill touch is also an attack.
It is.
Attack
It's just
spell,
less effective against undead.
which also
Just
means
it has the extra mod.
Which also means you'll have disadvantage to use it in melee.
It's got a range of 120 feet, but it's I create a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range.
The difference is it's a ranged spell attack, so you still have disadvantage.
All right, I'm gonna keep Toll the Dead then.
Alrighty. You see Cassandra is walking up the staircase. Her twin tails flowing together, almost like a strand of DNA behind her.
Well, better not get left behind.
Noir chirps at you in his small cat voice before scurrying along behind the party. You see Eric and Talia are protecting the area still, Cassandra having stopped to talk to them. Eric is just informing her that they haven't heard anything. It's all been quiet since they came through. That's good to hear. Well, we all know the way. We all ready?
Yep.
Antilio, if you want to lead.
Yes, just in case the door is locked.
Just don't go sticking things in weird places. Miss E, for a second there, you feel Cassandra's tail twine with yours. Before she realizes she's doing it, shakes herself and undoes it.
Tear drops from my eye.
You can tell there's still a 1 for that, which is why her subconscious still does that, but she's still not sure what to make of you. Essler, you coming along?
Yep.
Julio, you end up slomping through the wet, now gory water. Entrails and rotted flesh kind of floating in every direction. From the fallen zombies, who seem to be deteriorating a little bit.
Ugh. Thank God I don't think I can get diseases, because this water is truly foul.
That's why they invented boots for.
So you can splash them on you. It'll definitely boost your immunity. That's how I can deal with it.
Well, they didn't, but it wouldn't bother me that much. It's just kind of gross. Stagnant water's not really that pleasant.
You hear from
So
Cassandra
full of life.
in the back. I'd be careful. As far as I know, you're not immune to disease.
No, but they have a bit of a harder time with me.
She's specifically talking to Julia. As plasmoids have resistance to poison, but not disease.
Wait, they do? I thought it was acid.
It's both acid and poison.
Oh.
You have quite a high pH level.
Resistance to acid and poison damage, and you have advantage against being poison.
Alright, so once I get to the door, Tulio's gonna inspect it, check for traps, check for the lock.
There, roll me that thieves' tool wisdom. You're going over it, but you don't see anything of note. It just looks like an old waterlogged door. It's kind of... It's not. But it's also kind of... The wood itself has expanded a little bit. Trapping the door in there. It will take some strength to kick it open. As it's jammed into its frame due to the water pooling in this room.
I don't suppose one of you is pretty strong, are they? Are you?
Need a door kicked open? You heard from Talia.
Tulio's gonna check the hinges. Does the door open inward or outward?
It opens upward.
If you wish to kick it open, that would work. But I warn you, it's stuck pretty firm in there. And Tulio steps aside for Talia.
You see, instead of kicking it, she flexes her hand, and that those long nails appear again and start to drip acid. No time like the present, then, yeah?
That will work.
As you see Talia start laying into the door, claws flailing, taking large gouges out of the wood with each strike. What is the rest of the party doing as she's doing this?
Tulio's observing. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to see if there's any pressure being pushed on the door from water that's being held back like a dam by the door.
You really can't get a good look at it from where Talia is, as she is lashing through it. So she's a little bit in the way for you to tell something like that.
Can I look over her head?
Yeah, but if there'd be any pressure, it'd be lower.
Gotcha.
But you don't see any leaking coming from this way. And you would have expected if there was water behind it with her gouging her way through, you would start to see the wood buckling. But you don't see that.
Tulio's gonna observe Talia closely. Let's see, watching the acid do its work.
I'm gonna cheer him on and just be like, yeah, get it, rip through that door, use them fucking claws.
She does, and she brings the door to a crumbling mess. And you see it collapses. And you see it as soon as the door goes, she immediately drops low. There's something in there.
Tulio's gonna peek around the corner.
You see Talia starts to move, and you see she's watching something on the other side of the room. She gets in about here. But being careful.
Tulio.
But Tulio, you're the next one
Following
to see
too.
it. As you see, sitting in the corner is the mummified remains of a fallen soldier. You can see his spear against his shoulder, and he is sitting head down in front of a door as if he died on his watch.
Oh, good. More undead.
Say that too loudly. I have money on this.
You see Talia is waiting to see if it moves, but it doesn't rise.
Might be set to guard the door.
Is there? You said there was a weapon, coming out of him.
Not out of him. It's just think a soldier who died with their weapon leaning against them. He has a long spear.
Hey, Tulio, I think that might be what we're looking for. I'm pointing at the spear.
Hmm? But all the other weapons were swords.
And the the keyholes were different. Were they not?
I thought they were all the same and like
They were all the same.
both sword. Yeah.
Oh, the third sword was different than the other two. Okay. Never mind.
Does it have the spear in its grasp, like death grip style, or is it just leaning against him?
It has one hand wrapped around the haft of the spear.
Hmm. Tulio is going to walk up to next to Talia. This may be dumb, but let me try something. Tulio's gonna take another step forward.
The rest of the party
Stop.
staying in the back before Tulio goes up.
I'm at least in the room right now, pointing out the thing.
Okay.
I'm here. Missy, by the way, not confirmed that it's undead. It's at least dead.
Sure.
You should win as long as it's not a zombie.
Don't say that. Anything but a zombie.
Does it react at all when I'm 10 feet away from it?
Nope, it's all still quiet.
Tulio is going to stretch out his pseudopod, slowly reaching across. But stop. Talia, could you step next to me, please, just in case this thing decides to attack?
There's a nod as she comes forward, the long claws still extended from her hand, ready to lash out if need be.
Misclick.
Already an arrow.
Can't remember. CC, are undead affected by illusions? I can't remember.
Depends. There usually are. Because they're not usually smart enough to really look at them. Depends on the undead, though. They don't have any immunities to it.
Yeah, I was just wondering, would it be possible to do basically a flat image in front of it that's just the empty room?
No.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't be a plane. You'd be able to do
That was just one.
like a figure or something.
Okay.
I mean,
So
you
once
could
every-
make it look like one, but it would look a bit like a plane.
Yeah, no depth.
Like a painting. Yeah. Though, granted, undead are generally pretty dumb. If you're dealing with an intelligent one, they might see through it pretty quick. But if it's just like a basic undead, they might get confused by it. So, still worth a try if that's what you're going for. You do hear Cassandra cast a quick spell in the background to activate Mage Armor.
Yeah, no, I won't be doing that. Just a waste of first level.
So, Tulio, what do you do?
Once everyone is ready behind him, Tulio will continue to stretch out his pseudopod until it rests on the spear.
Just
And
as
it's
you're
going
reaching
to-
out, getting ready to grab it, Miss E, you feel something. As a rotted hand grabs you by the ankle.
Fuck.
And you see, to your astonishment, zombies are standing up.
No!
Not again.
Why do I get the strangest feeling? Someone, I'm not going to name names, broke the first rule.
No, this isn't that bad.
As they start standing up, as he screams immediately, turning everybody's attention over that way for just a second as everybody sees the zombies standing up in the corners of the room. Cassandra shouts for y'all to get ready. And Julio, for just a second, you see her pointing something out. You see a bigger issue. That soldier's getting back up.
Oh, fantastic.
And you
Damn it,
see
Misty,
his
this is your
spear.
fault.
His spear is glowing with a holy light. I need initiative rolls.
Could I, since I had an arrow ready, can I get working on that, or
It would
is
be
that
in
just going to
first
go
round
into
of combat.
combat?
It goes into combat. Because effectively,
All right.
I don't do prepared actions into combat, because then enemies can do that. It is just a mess, and y'all didn't get a surprise round,
Yeah.
so it's just you react on your first turn because of everything that's going on at once.
Well, I will react at the end of the round.
You weren't expecting the scream, so you're a little thrown.
I'm very upset about the zombie being in this room.
No one expects a zombie inquisition.
Except for the Spanish. The Spanish were very ready for this zombie inquisition. That's why they made their own.
Damn Skippy. Damn Skippy.
Sadly, these ones aren't armed with chairs and sofa cushions.
No, unfortunately not. But the zombies all rolled worse than Radicus.
Thank God.
As they're all getting up. Noir's in the back, and no one really needs healing, so he's just back there for the moment. Cassandra is the first to see what's going on, stepping forward and shooting a bolt of purple magic into the face of the zombie, trying to clear it off of Miss E. It is going to slam into them for a 24, dishing out 10 force damage as it is sent railing into the wall. That is then going to bring... She is going to attempt to use her bonus action to telekinetically pull Miss E out of that corner where she's likely to get cornered away from the party. Miss E, do you fight it?
Yes.
You're going to fight her trying to pull you out of danger?
Well, no. No, she's trying to pull me out. I'll go with her.
Yeah, you're just going to get pulled 5 feet this way. As you slide over the ground.
I do that.
Ugh.
That will then bring us to Eric, who's going to drop to a knee, preparing his bow and taking a shot at zombie number 1. He is going to catch it directly in the center of the chest, dealing 11 piercing damage as it sinks into him, bloodying the creature. Julio.
Alright, Tulio is going to raise his hand. Now, before I do this, I gotta ask. Could it be argued that this guy would have disadvantage on a dexterity save, considering the fact he's in an enclosed space?
No.
No?
Because remember, he's standing in a 5-foot area. He still has enough space to move and fight just fine. If he was squeezing into the fight, yes, he would, but he's not.
Fair enough. I'm going to cast Tasha's Caustic Brew anyway.
Gotcha. And you're casting at the soldier before you?
Mm-hmm.
He is going to block that without a problem. The magic suddenly splitting in front of him as he pushes his spear into the beam, separating it completely. The acid splashing over the walls instead of them.
Damn, I got like 5 hero points. I should have just freaking used one to give him disadvantage.
But anything else from Tulio?
No, that's it.
Alrighty, that will bring us to Hassler.
I put all of those into the soldier.
And first level,
Yep.
you
I-
see the magic lances into them, but they don't seem too particularly bothered as it slams into them as they continue to stand. It does full damage, but they don't seem to notice it.
Ooh, fine. And I will draw my shovel.
Fair.
And that
Hey.
is all.
Miss E, that brings us to you.
If she dragged me, am I prone at all? Or am I like on my feet?
You're still on your feet, because it's just telekinetic push or shove. She just pulled you 5 feet.
Okay, cool. Since I'm still in range, I'm gonna see if I can finish the job on number 1 with my rapier.
You have any power that you're private rolling again, but that's 14, which is going to hit. And you get sneak attack.
Shit. Let me fix that. Sneak attack.
Is going to do 15 damage as you hit them decently hard. As they stumble backwards, still ready to fight though.
Oh, damn. That boy's got juice. Okay.
Just rolled good on the con score.
No, not yet.
Um,
It has not entered Undead Fortitude. Anything else from Missy?
Nope.
Alrighty, that is going to bring us to Talia. Talia is going to rush this way, stopping Tulio from getting flanked, at least as best she can. She is going to lash out with her long claws. She is going to hit. She doesn't have rage, so she's going to do 7 acid damage to this one, and she's going to attempt to keep it in the corner as best she can. Radicus.
I am gonna loose my arrow at the one with the holy spear.
Gotcha.
Ugh.
You get it. You take a shot, and it is a great shot, going whistling past Tulio's ear without a problem. And you are dead on for hitting it dead center of the face when it suddenly reaches up and catches the arrow mid-air, snapping it in its hand before throwing it aside.
Jeez. I'm gonna stand right where I am and start reconsidering my options.
Fair.
That's all. That's all for me.
Well, that is going to bring us to the zombies, as this one is immediately going to charge Radicus, reaching out and trying to bite his shoulder and getting it for a crit.
I've been critting too.
That is going to be 7 piercing damage as it bites into your upper bicep. You can feel the blood running through its teeth as it sinks its teeth into you. It hurts like
zombies.
a bitch. This zombie is going to go for Miss E as he was attempting to hold on to her. Reaching out, he is going to lunge for her chest because he's a little bit lower to the ground, only to take another blast from Cassandra, keeping them reeling. causing it to miss. This one is going to try to jump on Talia. It is going to get into Talia's, the meat of her shoulder, biting down hard, dealing 4 piercing damage. That brings us to this one, who is going to charge Tulio, lashing out, trying to get him in the hip. But Tulio's armor is able to keep him safe. The teeth only gouging scratches into the outside of his armor. And I've just realized I never rolled this guy into initiative. Whoops.
Well, he doesn't need to be initiative. He could just sit there.
As he is going to rise completely and take a step forward, leveling the spear down and then going to stab at Tulio's upper thigh, forcing him to step back, but suddenly snapping up and making 2 quick jabs at Tulio's throat, moving far faster than you would have expected of this creature. Tulio, you are able to sidestep out of the way of the first one, but the second one sinks into your chest, inches from where your heart would be if you were a normal creature. It is going to do a total of 9 damage, 4 of it piercing, 5 of it radiant. As you can feel the holy energy burning you from the inside. That will bring us to Noir, who is going to come scurrying forward and take the help action against this creature next to Noir. Cassandra is going to keep attempting to level the creature that is attacking Miss E, sending a quick bolt of magic and catching them full in the face, blasting out part of their cheek, which is going to send them into undead fortitude. Which it is going to survive. That is going to bring us to Eric, who is also going to mark the same target, sending an arrow that way, attempting to lessen the numbers. He is going to hit, but only just, catching him in the shoulder, dealing 9 damage. But yet again, the fortitude holds in as the arrow sinks into it with a... Julio.
Alright.
You have a very skilled looking undead knight trying to bring you down and a zombie trying to eat you.
Has number 5 taken any damage yet?
Yes, it took 3 bolts of magic missile.
Perfect. So I'm going to cast Toll of the Dead, and I'm going to use a hero point to give it disadvantage.
Gotcha. Your save's 13, 14, yep. That's going to fail. As you see, it doesn't do as much damage as you were expecting, only dealing... Anything else from Tulio?
No, that's it.
Hey, Aslar.
Shovel.
Who are you trying to hit with
That's
the
not
shovel?
hitting.
The one to the right?
No.
You get it
Number 1.
full in the face, it just doesn't do anything. As you go, what? And it just continues to try to eat Miss E.
Yeah.
Which you would think would be her kind of forte, but not with the rotting flesh.
Not many people are into necrophilia.
But anything else from
But
Miss?
that's my turn.
Gotcha, Miss E.
You.
Let's see if I can finish the job. This guy doesn't want to go down. Number 1. Oh, no.
You are going to try to stab it, and it sinks through it, but it just doesn't seem to hurt it as it continues to try to push itself down your blade, trying to get at you.
Damn, it's like these are made of something else.
You can
That's all.
see purple energy completely surrounding it, holding it together, more than its actual body is. That will then bring us to this creature, who is going to shuffle to the side, taking a stab at Tulio again. This time, dropping down and going for the stomach. That is going to hit Tulio, and then they are going to spin and make a stab at Talia. But Talia, in her attack, is going to yank the zombie that's attacking her in front of it, causing them to hesitate and miss. Tulio, you are going to take 8 piercing and 2 radiant damage.
So 10 damage.
Yep.
Alright.
That will bring us to Talia, who is going to continue to deal with the zombie in the corner. But this time they are going to drop their spell, enter a rage, and attack with their short sword. And they're going to miss. As in her anger, the zombie is able to slip out of the way, only barely. Ratakis.
So I have advantage if I attack number 4 now because of the help.
Correct.
Okay.
One attack.
Yep. I'm gonna go with a rapier against that one now.
That's going to hit.
And I have sneak attack because Noir is there as well.
And because you have
Nice.
advantage.
Very true.
You are going to deal 16 damage. As you get it right through the back of the throat, but it doesn't stop.
I hate zombies. That will do it for Radicus.
Gotcha. That's going to bring us to this one. Despite having your rapier down the back of its throat, it is going to lean forward and attempt to bite your hand through your blade. And it is going to knock it aside, the basket of it going out, and it gets in, sinks its teeth into your wrist, dealing 6 piercing damage.
Got it.
That will then bring us to the next zombie, who is still trying to eat Miss E. That one, however, is going to miss, as this time Hessler is able to knock it away from Miss E instead of letting it get completely through. This one is going to continue lunging for Talia, trying to continue to just gnaw into the side of her neck with another crit, dealing 7 damage, down to 3 as Talia is raging. Which will bring us to the last zombie, who wants Tulio. But Tulio sees this attack coming and manages to bash them away, keeping those teeth from sinking into their flesh. Noir is going to reach out and cast a quick spell. The mass that is Tulio starting to regain
Structural
HP.
cohesion.
Why is this not rolling? That's why. I'm dumb. Or give me your sheet back. Well, as Tulio, you are going to get a total of 20 HP back.
Damn, I'm right back up to full.
as Noir is not ready to give you up just yet. Which brings us to
Lucky
Cassandra.
blob.
Cassandra's going to take another assault, lashing out with her arcane blast, catching that thing in the chest, dealing 13 damage at this time. Which is enough for that one's chest to cave in and it crumbles. They are then going to make a shove at the one attacking Tulio, forcing him into a strength save. But it is going to succeed against them, only sliding back a couple inches. Eric is going to move to his next target, attacking the one Radicus has been attempting to deal with. Taking another shot with his bow. Unfortunately, he's going to miss. Tulio.
Seeing a chance, Tulio is going to step up here. He's going to raise both palms this time and blast forward with another caustic brew. I'm going to use 2 hero points to give number 5 and number 2 disadvantage.
Okay.
I got him. I might as well use them.
The soldier in front is going to very suddenly sidestep it, the blast screeching past them. The zombie in the back over there, however, not seeing it coming, is going to get coated in these.
Goddamn slippery son of a bitch.
Creature covered in takes acid on the start of its turn. Okay, cool. But you see the soldier is completely unbothered by it, holding their spear aloft and ready for the next attack, not even missing.
That's it for Tulio.
Oh, bring us to Hessler.
Hmm. For ranged attacks, is it 2 or 3 that it starts getting disadvantage?
3.
Okay, then I will shoot number 4 then.
That is going to hit. Dealing
3 points
3
of
fire damage, just enough to bloody it.
Yeah. And I'm just going to move into the corner. That is all.
Alrighty, Miss E, what you doing?
Well, I think I'm gonna see if I can go for the one taking acid damage number 2 with my short bow.
So you sheathe your rapier, moving your short bow out and taking a quick shot, almost missing, but getting it in the hip, causing it to wheel around to a degree, facing away from Talia for a second. But that is going to hit and get crit damage. Not crit damage, sneak attack damage.
Ooh! Yeah. Short bow.
11 damage.
Yeah. Okay, that's my turn.
That will bring us to this creature. You see, Tulio, it's losing interest in you, and instead is focusing on Talia, making 2 very quick stabs at the small halfling, but she is able to deflect both of them in quick succession. Her short sword slapping the first one around out of the way, and her ducking her head out of the way just as the second one would have caught her in the face, scratches her cheek a little bit, but not enough to do proper damage. Talia is then going to attempt to lash back at him, taking an attack with her short sword. Oh wait, she's not using strength. She can't actually have that. As he is then going to deflect it with the butt of his spear as he spins it around. Raticus.
Gonna keep on hacking away with a rapier now on number 4.
That is going to hit as you sink it into right underneath the collarbone, sinking in above the rib cage. So a very decent chunk. You're going to get 12 damage on that bugger. But they continue to come at you, not ready to die.
I hate zombies. That's my.
That will bring us to the zombies, as the first one is going to continue to try to bite Radicus. It is going to miss, as Radicus is able to knee it in the stomach, causing it to shuffle to the side and missing its attack. This one is going to take the acid damage, so roll me the 2d4. It takes 3 damage, which is enough to bloody it, but it's completely unbothered by the fact it's melting. It's going to try to eat Talia. Trying to grab onto her now that she's distracted, and getting her forearm and sinking their teeth into it. Talia lets out a scream of rage and pain before backhanding it back into the wall. The other zombie, on the other hand, is going to turn and try to grab Noir, the small cat, jumping out of the way and jumping off the zombie's head. Noir is then going to take the help action to give number 4, whoever attacks number 4, advantage on their next attack. Cassandra is going to attempt to cover Talia, shooting a quick blast of magic in that direction. They are going to get a dead center hit, blasting a hole in their chest for a total of 16 damage as it stumbles backwards. Eric still marking Cassandra's targets as well and attacking together, sends out another arrow trying to catch the now heavily injured zombie in the chest and hitting, dealing 7 damage of his own, which does force it into undead fortitude. Does it survive? That is going to be a survival. As it stumbles back, the purple energy now grabbing onto it and pulling the body back together, not letting this undead creature fall just yet. Tulio.
All right. I want to take something off the battlefield, so Tulio's going to cast Toll of the Dead on number 2.
Alrighty. You are concentrating, so it is going to make a wisdom save. That is going to fail, so it's going to take 11 necrotic, which it takes in full. So that is a 4. It is going to collapse under the weight of the ringing bell. The magic flickering out, and it splashes to the ground.
Yeah.
Are you going to drop concentration on your acid?
Might as well.
Gotcha. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Hassler. 2 of the zombies are down, but the soldier looks like it is not stopping anytime soon.
Is there anything I can roll to see if the soldier is resisting magic in general, or is it just the force?
What?
The number 5. Is it just resisting force damage, or is it resisting magic in general?
It didn't resist force damage. It just wasn't bothered by it. It took full damage from it.
Okay, so it just has lots of HP. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It did
Okay.
resist necrotic energy, though.
Yes.
That's not surprising. Then I will firebolt number 4.
That is going to... You're aiming at number 4, so you're rolling with advantage. See if you crit.
Oh.
Because Noir is distracting it. You hit it pretty solidly in the side of the head.
Not quite crit. 2 points fire.
You hear some. You smell the scent of rotting, cooking flesh. It's not a good
I
smell.
thought someone else already hit it. My mistake.
Nope.
Oh well. That is my turn.
Miss E, that brings us to you.
I'm gonna take a shot at number 3. I'm very intimidated by number 5 right now. With my bow, my short bow.
As you take a second shot at it, while Noir is busy jumping around, keeping it distracted, you get its dead center of the eye.
Yeah.
Give me some damage. You get sneak attack from Noir and Julio,
Woo!
dealing 10 damage. As you see the eyeball pop and start to ooze out the front of its face.
Oh. Thanks. That's my turn.
This creature is going to step forward and take 2 shots at Noir, finding a very distinctive target, y'all's healer. He is fast, and Noir was not looking. Both attacks sinking into Noir's flesh. On the first attack, he is going to take 9 piercing and 1 radiant. In the second, he is going to take 11 piercing and 8 radiant. Noir slamming it to the ground as the soldier spins his spear, ready to deal with the rest of the party, with y'all's healer now on the ground. Talia is going to let out a scream of rage and attempt to tackle this guy, trying to drive her short sword into his head. She is going to miss, but Talia is not one to let that stop her, as she is going to use her lucky feat for a reroll.
Ooh.
But he's going to just grab the blade. Talia's rage, not making her movements the most strategic, and he is able to hold it as she attempts to drive it into him. Raticus.
Isn't that feat only like if you roll a 1?
Oh yeah, that is a 1. So it would not be her thing, but that's still a 1. So yeah, either way she missed. No, hang on. Eric, you do have that. No, that's also still roll a 1 on an attack. All your stuff is 1s. That's unfortunate.
You're thinking of the actual feat, Lucky. The
Yeah.
racial thing is shitty.
Yeah. That's
Is
unfortunate.
everything so?
But yes, he does miss.
Okay, so I can go now.
Yes, go ahead.
Gotcha. All right, rapier to the throat, part 2.
You were gonna hit.
Okay.
That is gonna do 12 damage, sending this one into Undead Fortitude. And it's a pretty solid hit. They are going to fail as you cut them down, letting them fall.
Okay. All right. I think. Let's see. Yeah, I think that'll do it for me.
Alrighty, that brings us back to the zombies. Only one of them still standing. Now that Noir has fallen, they are going to turn and go for Tulio, attempting to bite into his back shoulder, and he is going to get a crit out of this, dishing out 9 piercing damage to Tulio.
All right.
After that, it brings us to Noir, who needs to make their first death save. Gotcha. That will then bring us to Cassandra. Cassandra is going to try to clear. Actually, Cassandra is going to grab Noir and flip them back over here, getting them out of the way of the zombie, who is liable to try to eat them. With their bonus action, so technically they're under Cassandra. Cassandra is then going to attempt a quick medicine stabilizing check. So she is going to roll medicine. She is going to succeed and stabilize the small cat, who is simply now unconscious. That is going to bring us to Eric. Eric sees he is in trouble, so he is going to shift this way, stowing his bow and moving to his blade, taking a shot at the zombie next to him, not the larger creature, trying to leave them for last and take down their friends, dishing out 7 damage to the zombie. Tulio.
Julio will cast Toll the Dead on number 3.
Gotcha. Yet again, the bell rings through the room, and this zombie is going to take 11 necrotic damage, which is going to bloody it as you see blood start, rotted, congealed blood start to slop out of the side of their head where their ears should be.
Gross.
Very. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
That will then bring us to Hessler.
Firebolt to number 3.
That's going to hit, dealing a
Full
good
damage.
10 damage, which is enough to shove it into Undead Fortitude.
Does it succeed?
It does hold on. The purple energy surrounding the fire and putting it out before too much damage is done.
Bastard. That's all I can do.
That will bring us to Miss E. Missy, what are you going to do?
Well, I'm gonna take my chances with number 5 and see what happens. Step, step.
You see, he almost lazily slaps your rapier aside as he continues to spin his spear.
Damn. Okay. That's it for now.
That will bring us to him, as he is going to mark Eric as his next target and take 2 stabs at the halfling while he is out of position. Both of them are going to sink into Eric's back, dealing in the first strike 14 damage, and in the second 8, leaving Eric bloodied. But Eric is still standing despite his heavy injuries. Talia, not liking this, is going to sidestep and continue her relentless assault with her short sword. However, yet again, this creature is going to continue to spin his spear around, ready for it from attacks on all sides, stopping Talia's attack dead with the butt of his spear, which he slams her wrist into the ground, and y'all hear a distinctive crack. Talia's wrist may have fractured. Raticus.
Sucks for them, but I'm moving up here to go for number 3 with the rapier as well.
Gotcha, you have flanking. You're going to get a good shot on it, and you just give me damage. As you catch it right in the back of the spine, where the spine meets the head, and the magic just winks out and it collapses to the ground, leaving just that soldier. Anything else from Raticus? I take that as a no. Nothing else from Radicus.
Yeah, sorry. That I said that'll do it for me. My bad.
Noir is down, which brings us to Cassandra, who is going to use her telekinetic shove to get him out of the way before she is going to turn fully to the new target, and she is going to send a bolt. Actually, where is he standing? He's standing in the water. Now you see she swishes her hand over the ground, and much of it underneath him suddenly freezes. She is going to weaponize shape water to make the ground underneath the soldier slippery. Eric is going to draw his dagger, not willing to back off just yet with everybody in this state. And he is going to take a slash with his short sword and dagger, the creature blocking both blows in that same relentless flurry of movements. Tulio.
All right, Tulio, sick and tired of this thing. He's gonna jump up and spread his arms out, and with a mighty, he's gonna start wrapping around it and grappling.
Gotcha.
Oh, thank
What
you.
do I roll?
Athletics.
I have advantage due to my thingy.
You are going to get a 17, but they are going to slam their spear down on the ground, a flood of radiant energy exploding around it, shoving you back, not allowing your oozy tentacles to get a grip on him.
Disappointing.
As he's going to roll. He rolled an 18.
Disappointing.
Anything else from Tulio?
No, that's it.
Hessler.
Just number 5 left. Yep. I hope I don't regret it later.
You're going to lance him?
Take that.
Dealing
Yeah,
another
15 points.
damage. As the bolts of magic slam into him.
Still not bloodied?
Nope.
Bothersome.
You're the only one that's really hit him. Everybody else, for the most part, is missed.
Mm-hmm. Any of the squares I go into are flanking, correct?
None of the squares you go into are flanking.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you went with diagonal or not.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, they're all diagonal. You have to be directly across. So Tulio's flanking with Miss E, and Talia is flanking with Eric.
I meant like knight shape from chess.
Yeah, unfortunately not.
Okay, now I'll just get in the way.
Gotcha. That will then bring us...
I'll move north.
Gotcha. That will bring us to Miss E.
You know, I'm gonna keep trying as long as I'm standing to take down this dry-defied zombie. With rapier.
You are going to get a good blow into his shoulder as he's turning to track Hessler. You get sneak attack. That is going to do 12, but you notice it doesn't sink in as far as you would have expected, only dealing 6 damage.
No. Damn.
Anything else from the sea?
Nope, that's it.
That brings us to this creature who is going to... He is going to take a quick stab at Eric. Catching Eric in the chest, dealing 13 damage as Eric collapses to the ground. and then they are going to step this way off the ice, getting attacks of opportunity from Tulio, Hessler, and Talia.
Is Toll of the Dead a attack of opportunity or
If
no?
you have Warcaster, yes. If you don't, no.
I don't. I can't really do anything because all of my attacks are ranged. The only thing I can do is attack with unarmed strike, and that will do 0 damage.
As he steps through to Hessler and Talia, both lashing out, but in the movement, he is too fast for both of them, stepping out of range before both weapons whistle through the space he was already in. I should also point out that this right here is covered in ice. He is then going to take another stab at Cassandra, her being the one that is trying to help people, and he is going to get a full crit into her chest. She is going to take 14 piercing damage and 8 radiant. As she yanks it out, you hear a small "oh" as it crunches through her ribs. He yanks it out and then catches her right under the chin with the butt of his spear, and Cassandra collapses to the ground, now taken out as well.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, fuck.
That will then bring us to Talia. Talia is immediately going to rush forward in a rage, continuing to swing her blade with extreme force and speed. But yet again, this soldier, ready for her attacks that are becoming rather predictable since Eric collapsed, is going to easily slap them out of the way. You can see Talia's hand is slowing down a little bit despite her rage, as you can, Hessler, or not Miss Hessler, Miss E, you can see right at the top of her bracer, you can see extreme bruising starting to form where he hit her in the wrist earlier. Radicus.
No time to think. I'm just short bowing it on number 5.
Like the others, he is ready and he catches the arrow midair.
I would like to use one of my lucky dice for trying again to
Gotcha.
hit.
Go ahead. That is going to hit.
All right, worth it.
That would do 11, but it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you were expecting. Only dealing 5. But it is enough to bloody him.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna. Man. I'm gonna keep my distance. That'll be it for me.
Gotcha. Noir is down. Cassandra needs to make her death save. They have not been stabilized. Gotcha. As Cassandra is on the ground and that will then bring us to Eric. Eric is also dying. He needs to make his death save.
I thought he was stabilized, was he, or no?
No, Noir was stabilized.
Oh, okay.
As that, which brings us to Tulio.
I'm real sick of this fucker. I'm going to take a point of exhaustion. I'm going to gesture toward. Do these pots here have lids?
Yeah.
Gesture toward the lid, and just gesture toward number 5, and use catapult. And I'm going to use a hero point to give a disadvantage on the dexterity save.
Gotcha. That is going to hit. As it is going to crash into it, but like all the other attacks, it is going to deal less damage than you would have expected. Only dealing 4 damage.
God damn resistances.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
That will bring us to Hessler. You as well can see 2 of your compatriots on the ground dying.
Yeah. I can't afford exhaustion right now, so
You are
that's
going to hit. As
Biscuits.
the flames spread over his back, dealing 1 fire point of damage.
It's something at least.
Yep. Anything else?
Yeah, I'm just going to squeeze into the doorway.
Miss E.
Hey, at least it wasn't halved.
Even if it was, it'd still be 1.
I'm gonna attempt to stabilize Cass with the medicine.
Okay. You are immediately going to stabilize her,
Ah,
so she is no longer dying, leaving Eric the only one that is currently dying.
okay. Oh, shit. Okay. That's all I can do.
That brings us to this guy, as he is going to whip around and take 2 very quick stabs at Talia, both of them marking her as well. But due to her rage, she's going to hold up a bit better. So it's going to be 16 total, down to 8, and 8 radiant damage, which punches through her resistances. She is still up, but she is bleeding. That brings us to Talia. She is going to continue her attack. Actually, yeah, she's going to continue her attack, trying to keep this soldier's attention on her. She's going to lash out with her weapon. That one's actually going to get purchase. She is going to deal 4 damage. Raticus.
Going again for a short bow on number 5.
That is going to hit. That is going to do 9 damage, down to 4.
Okay. I am gonna. Let's see. Would I be able to? Who else is? Eric's not stabilized, right?
Correct.
Would I be able to spend hero points to stabilize him,
No.
or does that cost an action and I can't do that now?
You would need to take an action and make a medicine check. Hero points only stabilize you.
Okay. Okay.
But you could use a hero
Alright.
point to give yourself advantage on the medicine check.
I see. Could I do that this turn?
No, it takes an action.
Okay. All right. I will move 1 square forward and make that decision when it comes to it.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's it for me.
Noir is down, Cassandra is down, Eric is dying. Gotcha. Julia.
But told it dead, that motherfucker.
You hear the ringing of the bell, but yet again he glows with holy damage, and you hear the bell explode. This creature's resistance being hard to punch through, as he is going to save against it.
Doesn't it still do the one on the left though?
No, it doesn't do that because he would take the D12 because he's damaged if you hit him. He saved against you. So since it's cantrip, it does nothing.
Okay.
Anything else from Tulio?
No, that's it.
That's going to bring us to Hassler.
Yeah, it's just fireball again.
He is
I'm pretty
going
sure that
to
misses.
flat out catch the firebolt in his hand and squeeze it, the flames going out and turning to radiant energy.
4.
Anything else?
Is there a keyhole to this door?
Yes.
It'd be an action to peek through, wouldn't it?
Yes. Well, no. You wouldn't be able to see through it as it's a heavier lock than that.
Gotcha. Okay, that's all.
Miss E.
So if I move at all, I'm gonna risk I get opportunity attack from 5, right?
Only if you leave his threat range, which is 1 square around.
Oh. Mm.
So you
Okay,
can
I'm
walk
just
around
gonna.
him, but not leave his area.
Okay, so I'm gonna move here
Roll me a
and.
dex, as that is still covered in ice. Your dex save.
Shit. Oh, fuck. Okay. A saving throw?
Yep. You are going to manage to keep your feet. You slip around a little bit, but you're still okay.
Ooh. I'm gonna try to stabilize Eric.
Gotcha. Roll me that medicine check. Just enough. He is stable.
Woo! Thank God. Okay. That's my turn.
Well, that is going to bring us to this guy. He is going to see what Miss E is doing. He is going to mark her the new target. Making 2 fast attacks. That's a 20 and a 25. Miss E, that is going to be a total of 32 damage
Yeah.
Oh,
Dang.
as he gets another crit in there.
Stuff like. Quit doing that, CC.
As Miss E gets leveled. As Miss E collapses and begins to die as well. Talia, seeing the writing on the wall, is going to do her best to try to distract this guy as much as he can, or she can, lashing out as much as she can, finally getting a good stab in, doing only 1 damage. The blade not getting in very deep, despite getting in under his armor. Radicus, as he is on the ground.
well, seeing this is the 3rd time I've seen Missy collapse in front of me, I'm gonna go over and attempt a medicine check to stabilize.
Are you giving yourself advantage with a hero point?
Yes, I would. It's just 1 hero point, yeah?
Yep.
Okay.
Miss E is stabilized.
Nice. Alright. Well, I am now in the danger zone, so I'm not leaving.
Gotcha. That will bring us to Tulia.
Leo's gonna turn to Hester. Do you need me to open the door?
No, focus on the dead thing.
I'm not doing much against it.
Every bit counts.
Tulio will cast Tool of the Dead again. Pretty much the only thing he can do right now.
There. That is a 16 to save, as he is going to surge with holy energy once again, banishing the bell. Anything else from Tulia?
No, that's it.
Hessler.
13 to hit.
He is once again going to catch your attack. The flame
Bastard.
sputtering out in his hand.
Nothing else.
He is going to switch back to Talia, making 2 quick stabs. Going to get 20 to 19. As Talia is going to take that 11 down to 5. Oops. And 8 radiant damage. Talia is still standing, soaking as much damage as she can to keep y'all up, hoping y'all can find a way to deal with this. As she is going to lash out, getting another nick in, dealing a total of 2 damage. Raticus.
I'm going to start flanking with Talia, and before I do that, and then use my rapier.
It's going to hit.
Okay.
You are going to do 4 damage. As he is looking more and more injured, you can see cracks in his armor and wisps of purple radiant energy coming out of him.
I hate zombies. That's my turn.
That is going to bring us all the way down to Tulio.
Julio's gonna actually go back here to give himself some range, and he's gonna charge up his magic stones and fling one at the zombie.
Gotcha. That is going to hit the 25. I think these ones... Yeah, these ones would actually count as magic. So that's going to do 6 bludgeoning to him.
Ah.
Anything else from Tulio?
No, that's it.
Essler.
Arcane recovery needs a short
Short
rest,
rest.
doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, fuck's sake. Firebolt.
Once
Fuck,
again,
this is-
he's going to catch it. He's been nomming on your fire.
Is that 2 13th and 11, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck. Doing piss poor on that kind of shot.
Anything else?
No, I'm good where I am.
He is going to continue to target Talia. The first one dealing a total of 8 damage. Talia, the second one catching her again, dealing another 8 damage as Talia collapses to the ground. The assault finally overriding her rage. As he is going to turn to Raticus.
Don't get any ideas. Okay, just head on. Sword to spear. I'm just going with the rapier.
That's going to hit.
Hold on, I don't have sneak attack.
Nope, there's no one left standing next to you.
What's that?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Could I have given myself advantage with a hero point to?
You could
do
have
that,
if you
or-
said it before you.
Yep. I just remembered that. Okay, so that.
But you do still hit.
Oh, did I already roll? Okay.
And you do 3 damage.
Okay.
No, you already rolled your damage, so.
Yep, I just realized that.
So, 3 damage.
Great. I hate
Is that it for
this.
Raticus?
It's great. Yep.
That is going to bring us to Tulio. As Tulio, you see your compatriots falling around this soldier.
Julio will throw another stone at him.
That's going to hit,
5.
dealing 8 damage.
That's all I can do right now.
Hessler.
Is Talia still rolling saves?
Yeah, she's dying at the moment. Nobody's stabilized her yet.
Okay. Fuck it.
You are going to
Yeah.
stabilize Talia.
Okay. And that is all.
Which is going to bring us to this guy, who now has Radicus in his sights, and he's going to make 2 quick stabs. What's Radicus? Yep, both of those are going to find targets. First one getting your upper shoulder, coming out, and then getting you in the gut, dealing 15 piercing and 6 radiant, which I think brings Radicus down to.
I'm down.
Oh shit! Just the spellcasters are left.
Oh boy.
As you see, he is now turning to the pair of y'all, eyes glowing red, blood dripping from his spear. Radicus, I'll need your death save. Privately, if you
Sorry.
would.
Yeah, sorry, I'm lost in the menu.
You are good.
Remember the risk. Okay.
Gotcha. That will bring us all the way down to Tulio.
Okay. Quick question. If I were to cast catapult on one of the stones I cast magic stone on, would it then be considered magical and then do a lot more and do the whole bludgeoning damage?
No, because it's part of the casting to do it.
Well, magic stone has been working well for me. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
It's going to hit again. That's your third 19 in a row. Do me some damage. As you are going to catch him, and the stone is going to bury itself in his chest, and he is finally going to stumble for a moment. The eyes beginning to flicker, but he is still moving. Hessler.
Bring it home, Hessler.
You can see Radicus is dying on the other side as well. But you see his creature isn't paying attention to you. It's locked onto Tulio.
Mm. Can you bump me up in the above and belows? So I'm above Cassandra.
Yeah.
Done?
Yep.
Thank you. Just don't want to get my token stuck.
You might still get stuck.
Possibly. We will see. I'm going to use my only hero point to take advantage on a medicine check.
That is unfortunately going to fail.
I'm going to use a inspiration to try
reroll with
again.
advantage. Which is going to
18.
succeed, stabilizing him.
Thank you.
It is my turn.
He is going to stumble this way, his body now starting to shed radiant energy. Do you take that attack of opportunity with the shovel?
May as well. Couldn't hurt.
He is...
And I miss.
You're going to ding it off the back, but he's not even paying attention. As he is going to take 2 fast stabs at Tulio. Both of them catching Tulio, dealing 15 piercing and 12 radiant.
And Tulio's down.
But Hessler, you see you are the only one standing, and he turns to face you when suddenly the red goes out of his eyes and he collapses to the ground. Tulio's last attack finishing him.
You just wanted to bring me down, did you? You just wanted to bring me down.
He had an ability. But Hessler, you can see Tulio now bleeding out on the other side. You do know, however, Noir does have a medicine kit if you just want to take that from him and go insta-stabilize Tulio.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll grab the thing, close the door, and do that with Tulio.
Okay, it doesn't take long to get over there and save Tulio. As you see, you are the only member of this party still standing. What will you do, Hessler?
Existential dread.
We've had 2 long rests, right?
Yep.
Like, how long has it been that we've been underground?
At least 2 days.
He probably has another day in him before he wants to do that. So, yeah, just going to start moving everyone so they're not sat in the puddle, and then just lean up against the door over here where nowhere is, and wait for people to start waking up. He's got nothing to help with healing.
You sit your head against the wall, or against the door, your body exhausted already, despite having only just woken up, while every one of your party members are injured, beaten, and bloodied. You, Hessler, are untouched. Safe. The adrenaline fading from your body leaves you sore, but you do not have the scars to show the bloody fight that you survived.
Yeah, so just thinking, second time. It's always the second time. And just keeps a watch.
Alrighty.
I'm assuming there'll be at least a bit of a short rest, so I will
Yeah,
get
you have at least an
a
hour
long
before the rest of
recovery.
the party does come back.
Yeah. So, at least get 1 spell slot back.
I need every party member to roll me a d4 save for Hess. Alrighty. The Hessler, after about an hour, it's been dead, quiet, nothing moving, just the stench of the rotting zombies. But the first ones to start to move again is you see Radicus and Cassandra start to stir, slowly pushing themselves up. Do you respond to either of
This
them moving?
sucks.
Good to see you 2 are alive, at least.
I have a feeling you saved my life.
Doesn't look like anyone's dead, just unconscious. I just got lucky.
I don't think any of us are lucky in this, but good to see you still made it.
Seeing that I wasn't touched, I'll count myself lucky, and the rest of you lucky to be alive.
You didn't get touched?
You see no damage. You see damage that has dried, as for some from the earlier fights, but you don't see any new wounds that you didn't see him with earlier.
Not a scratch.
Lucky you. I look at the zombie at my feet, standing up, and notice a bit of my shirt in between its teeth. And so I wriggle it free and put it in my pocket to sew up for later.
Fair.
Well, then I walk over to Missy and drop a bag on her chest and sit next to her and wait. I hate that you were right.
You see Cassandra has pulled herself up into a sitting position, like you, Hessler, and is using the wall as support, while she takes out some bandages from her bag and starts wrapping it around her chest, where the wound that punctured her in between one of her ribs took her. She's very quiet for the moment.
Good to see you alive, glorious leader.
That went worse than I was expecting. But with a soldier like that standing there, we can almost guarantee the key's somewhere here.
Hopefully, you guys took quite the thrashing.
Yeah. I wonder why he was here instead of the main chamber.
Well, he was protecting a door. But I think you all need a bit of a respite before we do that.
How's everyone else?
Just about as bad as you. You and Radicus were the first awake.
There's a nod as you hear her let out a pained wince as she shifts against the wall. He was faster than anything I've seen in a while. I've seen adventurers that can move like that, but not many monsters.
Yeah. In the end, it doesn't do him all that much good.
Indeed. You'll do anything for the next hour.
Thinking about resting.
There. And throughout this hour, the next one to wake is Tulio.
Well, what happened? Are we dead? Are we back with the mother ooze?
Well, it's dead at your foot, or at your, I guess, feet. Why didn't you have something to do with its demise?
Julio is gonna stand up and like poke at the mummy a little bit.
You see the eyes flicker red for just a second.
Oh shit! And I'm gonna kick it right in the head. Start stomping on it.
Tulio, it's standing back up.
Don't fuck with me, Cece.
I'm not. Its eyes are still flickering and its movements are jerking, but it is trying to push itself back to its feet.
I'm gonna. Can I grab at its spear? I'm not even gonna think. This is Tulio panicking.
Yeah. Roll athletics.
I'm gonna use a hero point to give myself advantage. This is my last hero point. I went from 5 to 0 in one session. Fuck.
You see he shoves his hand out, a bolt of flickering radiant energy, catching you dead center in the chest and slamming you back against the wall, knocking Tulio back out.
Why
He
do you
only
keep
take
knocking me
one
out?
damage.
Why do you keep knocking me out, CC?
As Cassandra is going to start lancing this creature with arcane energy, putting bolt after bolt after bolt into its back. She's doing that for a solid 5 minutes.
And I'm going at it with 2 daggers, just stabbing it in the thighs, trying to hamstring it and stop it from ever getting back on its feet ever again.
There's probably not much left of it afterwards, is there?
Oh, while it indents it, the body stays whole.
Well,
Someone tie this bitch up out of character. Someone tie this bitch up, please.
that's what I was just thinking. Kinda want to study this.
That can wait till later.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Yes. I think I'll keep this for later. As Hester pulls out some rope and starts tying it.
Cassandra is going to keep blasting it in the center of the center mass just to make sure it stays the fuck down while you're tying it up.
Yeah. I'm going to take 20 on that.
Unfortunately, not something you can do in 5e. But
Is it not?
nope.
Bother.
Take 10, take 20, earn a round. But it takes a little while longer, but you see Eric, Talia, and Noir all starting to wake. Pushing themselves to their feet as well. You hear from Eric. It was a bit of a shit show. Everybody all right?
You miss Act 2.
Just peachy.
He nods and he's just gonna flop back over on his back. Noir is going to work his way over here and use a healing kit on Tulio and Miss E. Actually, he's just gonna use one on all of y'all. Make life easier. Apparently, y'all get 6 HP back.
Hilo wakes back up like, why do I keep getting knocked out?
I don't think you have the best luck with this the last few minutes.
Is this thing still struggling in the ropes?
No, it hasn't started moving again.
In that case, I'm going to take the spear from him. But I'm going to take out my tongs first. The healing has sharpened my mind a little bit.
You see, as you take it and look it over, you don't see any arcane etchings on it.
Does it look in good quality or good
No,
repair?
it looks pretty bad as well. It looks like it was once a very well-crafted spear, like the swords you saw, but it is simply a thing of iron and wood.
We're gonna be here for a while longer, right?
That depends. The party is now awake.
Yeah, but we gotta rest.
I don't think you should be resting anywhere near that thing.
Actually, I
Agreed.
have an idea. How together are the barrels in this room?
Not well. A lot of them are rotted.
Hmm.
And safe to assume the iron bands that be holding the barrels together are rusted.
Yeah.
Did we see anything that would be in decent enough condition to hold this thing? Like maybe the chests from the bunk room?
Considering its strength in it's in the past, you don't think so. You might be able to throw it in a coffin, but undead in coffins usually find a way out.
Mm-hmm. Do I have anything? Shovel part.
What's this thing wearing?
Rusted golden armor.
Golden armor?
Not made of gold, as you're able to tell, but it looks like it had designs at one point to it encrusted in gold that have since deteriorated.
I am going to cast ritual cast because I can't really detect magic. So Tulio's gonna sit down and say, "Would you guys mind giving me about 10 minutes to cast a spell?"
I'm not going anywhere.
Does the party do
I
anything
mean,
while Tulio's... Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
we all need rest right now, don't we? So might as well like rest a little bit.
So while y'all are doing that, Tulio, it takes a little while for your spell to take hold. But at the end, the only thing you pick up coming from this is an extreme amount of necrotic energy. As well, yeah, necrotic. It's from the school necrotic. Or necromancy, not necrotic. Wrong N word. That's still pouring off of this creature.
Does it seem like it's coming from the armor?
No, it's coming from the creature itself. Neither the armor nor the spear that you removed for it are magical in any way.
And there goes my theory.
So what will the party do?
Seeing as how the spear is basically junk, Julio's going to toss it outside the room.
Fair?
And then, just to be petty, just to be real fucking petty, Tulio's going to ask around, does anyone have a dagger or something?
I spin one around and I reach my hand out and say, yeah, use this one.
And I'm assuming the things that are holding this armor to the thing are like together as like leather straps and stuff, or is this like?
Yeah. There's old leather straps.
Yeah, Tulio's gonna basically strip this thing down while it's still tied up.
There are parts of it you can't get to due to the ropes.
I'm just cutting off. I'm cutting all the connections basically. So if this thing either does stand up, it's gonna all the armor is just gonna fall off of it.
Fair. Yeah, that's easy enough.
Hopefully that makes it a little more easy to handle if it escapes.
Oh, hopefully. I'm going to have to rent a room after this to store this thing in.
Hmm.
How are you
Okay.
gonna carry the mummy out of here?
Oh, I'm just going to drag it down the sewers. It can't get much grosser than it is.
Actually, I have another idea. It's just kind of gross.
And that is?
Don't store it inside of your own body, please.
Julio is gonna pull out a hammer and a couple of pins.
Please don't damage it. I do want to study it. It's strange. It's a lot of power for an undead.
Yeah. Yes, but it is really powerful. I kind of want to just nail it to the ground and be done with it.
Yeah, I do want to take it with us when we're done here.
If it's still here when we're done, we can take it. It's not like we can't take out the pittance.
Fine. Go for the knee and elbow joints. That should immobilize it for the most part.
Righto. And I'm going to basically crucify this thing on the ground. I'm straight up Jesus of Nazareth this thing.
Very fair.
I really don't like the analogy if this thing comes back.
Oh, we've got 4 days.
Nice.
But after that, I would finally sit down and rest. Now that there's a modicum of safety.
Yeah, I really just need to like rest up before we see what's behind the next door.
Y'all are able to get through a short rest relatively easily.
There's 6, so that's 12. There we go.
That one was private, but I got max on that.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
You guys should really get hit less.
I can hit you more if you want to even it out.
Oh, why do that? I can stand on my soapbox and just declare stuff at you.
Hessler, you hear something bubbling next to you.
Next to who? Hesler?
Hessler, yes.
I'm not slighting you, Cece. I'm slighting the other players.
Oh no, I'm aware. You look over and there's an orb of water floating in the air, and as soon as you look over, it splashes in your face. As you heard Cassandra cast a spell.
And safe to
I
assume
won't say I
that
didn't deserve it.
safe to assume that's extra cold because that's the water that was being frozen.
Yep. It's got a
Yeah,
smack of time to fucking wake up.
Also, probably real nasty because the zombie was laying in that.
She's
Now,
purifying the
wonderful.
water out of it, so it's just normal water. Not good enough to drink, but enough to annoy somebody with. Well, now that we've had time to rest, shall we look to see what's on the other side of this door?
Yes, I think I'll lead the way on this. The rest
Yes,
of you
please do.
need a bit of a wall at this point. Just going to check over the door for traps.
Roll me thieves' tools, wisdom.
I do not have thieves' tools.
It'll
Can I
be
not
at a-
investigate?
It would be perception at a harder DC.
Can someone else check this door?
Yeah, I can check or I can like help. Whatever is better.
No check.
Let the
Okay.
rogues rogue.
I'd help out, but I got lower exhaustion.
I do intelligence, not wisdom.
Roll me that wisdom thieves' tools. Missy, you're just like, nah, it's fine. It's just a door. It's locked, though.
Well, swap positions again, and Hessler will get the door.
I got some thieves' tools if we want to keep on playing this game.
Missy, I need a dexterity save.
From Miss E or Hessler?
Missy, as y'all hear a thud as Missy slips on the ice.
Ah.
But Hessler, you try the door to find it locked.
Ah.
Julia's gonna peek around the corner. Hesler, would you like a hand?
At that, Hessler just slams his head into it. Just. Yes, it's locked.
Yeah, his hands are too soft for any of this type of work.
Julio, you get handed something.
Hmm?
Cassandra has retrieved a key from the soldier.
Oh, well, that makes it so much easier. See, Hesler, if you need to rely on other people.
I do, and you guys should rely on me to be a wall in front of this in case something comes charging down the corridor.
How do you
Good
know there's a
luck.
corridor back here? It could just be another room.
Yes, with what behind it?
Whatever this strong ass thing was guarding.
Do you want to be in the way of it?
You hear the door click as the lock is undone.
Well, no choice now, and Tulio will open the door.
Go ahead and open it.
Unlike me.
As you see a simple, unadorned room with a long chest, rotten and damaged, sitting in the middle of it.
Tulio's gonna stretch his head in and like peek around.
Missy
Nothing.
Cassandra's going to help you up in the back, by the way. But yeah, no, you don't
Yeah.
see anything of note, Tulio. Just the chest.
Tulio's gonna stretch a pseudopod and press down on all the floor around this thing.
It's crumbly, damaged, but otherwise okay. No pressure plates.
Alright. Tulio's gonna step inside.
Nothing happens.
Is there a lock on this chest?
Nope. Well, you can see the remains of one, but it looks like it has disconnected as the rotting of the wood has shifted it. You're pretty sure you can open it without any issue.
Tulio will push away whatever remains of the lock, walk around the chest, go from behind. Who's ever out there probably should not stand in the path of this thing, just in case.
I'm out.
You'll reach over and pull it open from behind.
You see the chest pretty much disintegrates in your hands as you move it, the lid falling apart, revealing what looks like was once a brilliant purple silk cloth.
Was once one, so assuming it's now rotted and
It's in pretty bad condition, yeah. Better than the chest, though.
Tulio is going to reach in and delicately lift the cloth.
You see it as well kind of crumbles in your hand, the once soft silk now rigid. But as you do, you see what was hiding underneath it, nestled in the purple lining. The third blade.
Is this one also rotted and rusted?
Yeah, it's in pretty bad condition as well. It doesn't look as bad as the ones that were held by the others, but it's still pretty beat up.
I gotta say, Tulio has hated everything he's seen in this dungeon. It's all falling apart, and he does not enjoy that.
This is more Hessler's thing.
Well, it looks like I'm getting in that door.
Good. Then let's get to it and get out of here.
There is one more room to check, though.
Is that... Wait, what?
In the sarcophagi room.
Are you talking about the door that I just mentioned?
Nope. Bottom left of the one with the 6 sarcophaguses.
All right. I think that just led to well, we didn't even check, but out of character, I'm pretty sure that just leads to that one area that's blocked off in the other room,
Possibly just a barricaded door.
like a hallway.
Worth
Could be a
double
door
checking.
closet.
Yeah. So Tulio will
No
grab.
magical artifacts are behind the door.
So far, this place has been a bust for magical artifacts.
Don't be so sure of that. We found some pretty expensive stuff.
It was expensive at some point.
I got a trinket. We got an old dwarven bracelet. Those should sell for a decent amount. Plus whatever's behind the 2 other doors. Don't look so glum.
Come on, let's get moving. If we wait too
Right.
long, we might miss a chance and something might get back up.
So Tulio will
point.
grab the sword and start heading back.
As you'll see Cassandra lead the way. Do you still want to check that door, Hessler?
I mean, it's worth a shot. Yeah, just a corridor. Nothing fancy.
And one white place left to go. The last door.
Julie will take the handle off and slide the special key inside the last hole.
You hear ka-chunk, 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 as the air hisses out and it is ice cold. Julia.
Pneumatics.
As the
That's interesting.
doors have unlocked and begin to swing open. As you see a treasury hidden behind, with a number of different items sitting around.
And
Jackpot.
let's see, would detect magic have worn out by now? Probably,
Yes.
right?
Ooh, props.
Y'all took a short rest in between that time.
Alright. Looking around, does this room look like it's in good repair?
Absolutely. It looks pristine.
Well,
Did I
it's
say I
up.
told you so, Tulio.
As you see
Well, it's up.
an open chest off to the side with gold and silver and copper. Another one also open, sitting in... It's not even open, it's a glass display case having set in them 10 different small gemstones. Actually, not 10, it's 8 small gemstones. Off to the side, hanging from a mannequin, is a beautiful set of clothing made of cloth of gold, so lined with gold, beautiful silks, as well as sitting on a table, a set of beautifully crafted bone dice. Off to one of the corners, hanging on the wall, is a battered old battle standard that has the head of a dragon, most likely once held by an ancient family. Then, as well, there is a painting with that denotes yet another battlefield in which a large black dragon fights amongst an army, standing against these strange, kind of black shadow creatures. You also see a number of odd-looking items scattered about. A small pocket watch-looking amulet, a tankard, 3 potions, what is very obviously a spell scroll, a wand, and a set of beautiful gloves that work into the vambraces.
Well, it's about damn time.
But amongst all of these, that isn't the thing that catches your eye. Standing against the center wall, just across from the entrance, there is a large... You'd say it was an archway, like a door, but there's nothing in it. Magical runes are written all across the stone.
Ooh.
You can see it is inlaid with obsidian, diamonds, emeralds, rubies, mithril, all kinds of very expensive materials.
That's over.
Yes.
I know I don't say this often. I love the fact that you're an archaeologist and we get these kinds of jobs.
Well, it's good to be back to it. Can any languages be made out of the archway?
It looks not to be a language, but arcane sigils.
Okay, Arcana check then.
Gotcha.
I will help with that.
Ooh. Oh, you just said
Hessler,
you're helping.
you don't even need the help because you immediately recognize this for what it is. That's a portal gateway. It's dormant for the moment. But
Don't know what's
you're
more
almost
interesting,
certain
the
you can
orcs or
activate it.
this.
There's a good chance that leads to a kingdom or something. Something that these people were connected to. Perhaps the lost civilization?
Oh,
Possibly.
One lost
Or
to another
somewhere in
demiplane.
port. Demiplane? Or
No.
could lead to anywhere. Fae or the astral.
Look at the runic markings. I don't recognize any of the known planes.
Big or small demiplane, though?
That's the question.
Is it just a personal space or is it a whole realm?
You don't make something like this for a portal for your own space. This has the weight of a kingdom behind it.
Hmm. There's a lot of stuff here. A lot of things to investigate. A lot of things to tally up and figure out what they do.
Gather it
But-
up. We can look at it when we're done. And remember to use the tomes. We don't know what's cursed and what's not.
Where's that spell scroll, by the way?
It is over here.
Can't see that. You'll have to ping again.
To your south.
Okay. Esther's just going to grab that real quick and give it a quick skim.
You can
How long did you
see
say?
there are a number of pages. This isn't an easy spell. Can I get a quick arcana?
Where's that gone? 13.
You're looking it over and you're not entirely sure, but you think this scroll ranges somewhere between a level 4 to a level 7 spell. You'd have to study it longer to understand it properly. But you catch that at just a cursory glance over it.
Could I get the school out of it?
You'd have to spend more time studying it.
Okay.
Did you say there was like a very like a cloth type thing in this room?
Yes, there's clothes that are
Okay.
adorned with gold.
Okay, I was hoping there was a certain item here that I've always wanted, but Tulio is gonna look around and realize something. Even if we identify everything here, I don't think we can take it all out at once.
I'm sure we can.
There's quite a few of us.
oh yeah.
I have in my line of work, I think that there's something that I should bring to your all attention before we get into this. You always have to know who you're stealing from. Whoever this is has put a great deal of effort into concealing this, and certainly has enough power to come looking for it and holding us accountable, if you will, if we end up going that route. So, sure, they could be thousands of years dead, and this doesn't mean anything now, but something's tingling the hairs on the back of my neck right now.
I agree with caution, however. If somebody was still active, these soldiers would have been stronger. This is the mark of an ancient civilization, and I'll bet you it's through that portal.
Probably.
There may actually be a reward for returning them if there's anyone still there, but I'm more expecting a dead civilization.
So then, are we going back out to the surface, or are we going through that gate?
Well,
If
the
I can
gate
get the
can
portal
wait. We
off.
can always come back.
I'd rather do this now in case that door moves. As much as we've seen here, I don't want to risk losing this place. People have been moving through those tunnels for generations and never found this.
Hmm.
Point. Well, everyone grab a item.
Grab a
Before that,
chest.
Well,
Tulio,
just scoop the gold and gems into a bag. You don't need to grab the whole chest. What are you doing, Tulio?
Tulio's going to examine the doors from behind to see if he can see like what kind of mechanism this uses, like to see whether he could, if need be, they could close the doors, lock them, and come back later.
Julio, even at a glance, you know this is of the utmost dwarven craft. You could spend your life studying this door and still not understand it.
Okay, this is way above my pay grade. Do I have any thing? No, I don't have a paper, pens, or charcoal or anything that could do up a quick sketch. Shit.
Esther passes you some ink and parchment.
Julio's gonna do a rough sketch of the mechanisms and gears and stuff.
It would take you hours to get a full one just with how delicate and intricate these machinery are. That machine is.
The sketchbook we pulled up earlier, does it match this at all?
No.
Okay.
10 hours, huh?
Essler, you think you'd give me a hand looking through this portal?
I can. Do you want to grab something first? I've got the scrolls over there.
You see, she's picked up some things and put in her bag just so they're out of the way. Well, Tulio's working on that. We can work on this. See if this old portal still has life.
Oh yeah, no problem. I should get this open in a jiffy. Looked simple enough. Just needs a bit of push.
You see Cassandra reaches out and runs her finger over one of the runes, and it immediately starts to glow. As seconds later, you see the light up this entire arch. All of the runes suddenly becoming active one after the other, and within seconds, you see the archway ripple in between where there should be just a wall. And now it is a swirl of colors, almost rippling like water. Well, it's not as dead as I thought it was.
That's what I'm worried about.
Is everyone ready to see what's on the other side?
I'm gonna take pocket some gold, some silver, and take the cloth, the fancy silk, and
At this point, all of it's distributed somewhere within the party.
oh, it is good. Well, then I'm ready. Let's see what's behind the portal.
Cassandra
finish my
holds out a
sketch?
hand. It's going to take you a while. This took literally 2 minutes. Cassandra was expecting to have to study it, and it just activated on her.
Well, should I head through first and you lot follow?
We should wait for Tulio.
Tulio isn't even paying attention. He's engrossed in the study of this. This is fascinating. Hessler, you're probably right. You would recognize this. Look, he's going to be out of it for a while.
We can't stay for long. Who knows how long it'll be open for?
I don't know. I agree. I think we should move quickly. We miss this chance.
We can get the sketch later.
How does that connect?
Ezra will just reach over and pluck the quill out of his hand.
Where?
Tulio, later.
Where?
We don't know how
What?
long this
Where
door will
am I?
stay open.
Oh, you already got it open?
It was
Need
just
a bit
waiting
of a
for a
push,
touch.
not much.
How long was I out?
Just
10
a minute
minutes.
or two.
Oh. Wait, what? I look over at Cassandra. What'd you say?
It was 10 minutes.
Oh. I thought you said days for a second. I was like,
No.
whoa. Yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, we can come back to this. Tuyo looks longingly at the fancy mechanisms.
If they made that,
Steampunk.
imagine what they can do at the height seat of their power. Which is what I'm willing to bet is behind this door.
You're gonna look at the door, at the fancy door, at the gateway, then back of the door, and then rush toward the gate. Well, what the hell are you waiting for? Let's go.
Cassandra's gonna grin and step forward first, disappearing through the portal. The
I've
shimmering veil that was in the portal rippling as she passes through. As you see her effectively walk into a wall and disappear.
Esther rushes right afterwards.
yeah, same.
Tulio is right behind.
Yep.
As are the rest of y'all's companions, as y'all exit into a very different place. As you look around you, you see not the world as it usually is, but you find yourself floating in this strange void of dark, purple, swirling magics. Let me move your maps. As everything is shifting and changing. One section moving around the next. Great clockwork machines floating in the air. Broken cogwheels, destroyed buildings, and a massive church that looks like it's miles wide.
Dang. Whoa. This place is crazy.
Tulio's gonna look around at the clockwork gears and all the mechanisms and everything, and think, "My gods, we're in artificer heaven."
You see Cassandra is looking out past. This isn't the astral, but I don't think it's the ethereal either. I don't know where we are.
I look behind to see if the doors or the portal is still active.
Yep, you can still see it.
Well, should we head towards the clock center tower?
Look at that over there. That looks like... Honestly, that looks like some of the gear I've seen in observatories. A star chart, perhaps?
Possibly. Navigation, or do you think astrology?
Both?
Only one way to find out. Let's go. Tulio's excited.
You see Cassandra starts moving cautiously down the railing. The world continuing to shift and move around the lot of y'all.
Shift in
Wait.
orderly fashion or chaotic?
It just seems to be floating. Not really in a way that you would think it would naturally move, but how things drift when left untied. You see broken bits everywhere. What do you think happened here?
Either a great catastrophe or someone with a very eclectic taste. Just look at the archway over there. It's flat and stairs go down into it.
It's very strange.
Maybe an experiment's gone wrong.
I don't know what
No.
could make an experiment like this. This is beyond normal magic. Perhaps one of the archmages of old, but this looks more deity level.
You don't think it's... fuck, what's that ancient civilization called? The Nephares, or whatever they are?
Maybe. Or perhaps a primordial.
Mm, Possible, but usually they stick to one solid element. There's enough stone, but not in the correct fashion.
Unless they're tied directly to entropy instead of the elements.
It's decayed. Might be.
It's at that point everybody feels a shiver down their spine.
Julio doesn't have a spine, so he just feels it in his goo.
Yep.
Looks like a bowl of jello.
Did y'all feel that?
Yeah, and it's really unsettling. This place is making me dizzy.
That was a magical surge. Something's here. Something's awake. Or something's alive. It might be an enchantment, but I doubt it.
Could be the master of the plane.
You see Cassandra looks up, looking through the great void high above you, when you see her eyes go wide and her blue skin pale.
What? And Hesra will look up as well.
Run. As you see high above you, a great red eye opens. And then another. And then another. As that is what you see. Eyes opening all above the great expanse. And Raticus, as you turn to run, you see in the distance, the portal winks out.
Well,
So,
Well, it has been some time. Welcome to my domain. This creature's voice rumbles throughout the world, everything shaking, even your soul quivering under the force of its words. But as the party flees or stands in awe or fear, that, for today, is where we're going to end it. Good job, you guys. That was a lot of fun. We're gonna see what happens next week. And for everybody that's here listening in with us, I thank you for joining us, and I hope you're here with us to continue this adventure next week to see just how bad it goes for this band of misfits. Have a wonderful night, y'all. Bye!